Okay, welcome to another Friday afternoon live here with Accountancy Age. I'm Kevin Reid, the editor, and I'd like to welcome you to what is a lovely day here in Piccadilly. We've been waiting long enough. It's been a week or two of pretty grotty weather, but yeah, the sun is shining, and England have just got the last wicket out of the Aussies, so all is good here. We're treating ourselves to a different venue this time. We're giving comedy a miss, change is as good as a rest, as they say. We're actually here in the Two Sportsmen, which is on the way towards Shaftesbury Avenue. It's a really lovely new pub, and it's great to be here. Right, what we're going to discuss today. Deloitte and Sage have entered into a tie-up in an attempt to offer cloud services to the SME market, and we'll talk a little bit about audit thresholds moving, firms quitting the audit market, and what all of this means for smaller practices. Right, but let's get started at the beginning. So Deloitte and Sage have announced a tie-up. Sage's cloud services are going to be offered and worked through Deloitte's SME clients. And I think the idea behind that is that Deloitte has probably had a look at what KPMG's up to. KPMG working with Xero to offer cloud services to SMEs. And I guess it's a way for Deloitte to offer a broader range of services to the SME client base, probably a bit cheaper than they would do with kind of more desktop-bound services, and probably a broader range of services as well. The upshot of this deal is that I think Deloitte are looking to work more closely with their clients, and that's the whole point of what cloud should be doing. And it'll be interesting to see how that all pans out. I think it's a very good deal for Sage. Sage has kind of got a bit of a reputation for not being that innovative, really, I think. Some would say that's very fair. Some at Sage might say it's a bit unfair. But what's interesting about that is obviously this is a cloud-based service, so it's a real coup for Sage, I think, working alongside Deloitte. So I think Sage will be very pleased with this deal. On the flip side, with our practitioner columnist this week has written about their firm quitting their audit registration certificate. I think audit has just become, the red tape around it it's uneconomic for small practices to do audit, particularly as the audit thresholds move. And I thought I'd mention that because I think that kind of ties in with what Deloitte and KPMG are doing. They're moving down, trying to offer cloud services to small clients. That's going to push in terms of smaller accounting practices, and perhaps smaller practices obviously ditching audit. So there's a lot going on for the smaller practice at the moment. If you think about it, you've got these big firms moving into the SME space. There are lots of smaller niche commoditized players that are offering commoditized products right on the turf of the small accounting practice. That's around accounting and tax services. And then with the audit threshold moving, lots of smaller practices are thinking, well, what the hell can I offer? What can I do different? And I think this has been going on for many years now, but the baby boomers, I think, have struggled to get their heads around it. We've got lots of comments on the Accountancy Age website around this issue, in the practitioner column and various other sources, so they're well worth a look. From my point of view, I think that the smaller practices, they have to be smarter, really. You've got to focus on the hand-holding expertise that you can offer your clients, the value-added services. It's not just about the commoditized statutory stuff. You just can't rely on that anymore. This is the 21st century. And there are lots of successful small practices. There are lots, though, that are just treading water, and lots looking, I think, just to sell their client base and retire out of the market. So I think that's kind of where we are in 2015 with the SME accounting space. It would be nice to see some of the smaller practices really smarten up their act, be niche, offer real value-added stuff, and not just badge themselves as people that can whack out a tax return for you. So I guess that's kind of pulls together those two stories. I think that's it from us, really. I don't know if we've had any questions, Richard.
We've had some comments. They really want you to have a sip of your beer.
Right. Oh, I am really thirsty, so yeah.
So Moonbot wanted to know if you were allowed to have a sip.
Of course I'm allowed to sip. I'm drinking Tiger beer today, so I've moved away from Peroni. But anyway, It's been wonderful chatting to you guys, and yeah, feel free to send comments in either live during the Periscope video, or you send stuff in through Twitter, and I'll try and answer them. And I'm off on holiday for a couple of weeks, so I'll leave you in the capable hands of Richard and Callum to manage these broadcasts for the next 2 Fridays. Yeah, have a nice break, and I'll see you on the other side.